What it is, what it do, YouTube. I'm gonna call this woman, this video, the black woman, the Brazilian hair weave, and the bourgeoisie, burlesque ego that it gives to them. And my motivation to making this video is this sad ass situation at work. You know, I'm finna head back to school and take some classes, but in the time being, I work a couple of jobs. And one of my part-time jobs, you know, I work as a security guard at a department store. It's a fun job, man. I hate my full-time job, but I love my part-time job as a security guard at this store. Because I get to see all type of stuff. I get to walk through the mall. Nothing really jumps off, never. Every now and then you have to chase some goddamn idiot who tries to steal something and take off running. But I don't do nothing but push them down and let the real police come get them. I ain't finna be fighting with your ass for $10 an hour. But anyways, it's this girl I work with, right? And look here, man, I got love for all my black people worldwide. But on the real, it's a lot of you dark-skinned black folk, especially a lot of you Jamaicans and you Nigerians. Oh my God, man. Man, these are some of the most color-struck niggas I'd ever met. Jesus, these dudes are color-struck. And the girls. But it's the women that are worse, you know. But I'm going to get into it, though. Because it's this Nigerian girl, right? She works in a store that sells perfume and, like, women's products. And she has a real short hairstyle. Now, she really doesn't perm it. She just adds some grease to it and put a hot curl it, you know. But her hair's short. It come down to the top of her neck, basically. Her hair ain't nothing but maybe like, if she let it grow into a fro, it'll be like 4 inches. And ain't nothing wrong with that with me. That's perfectly fine. You know, I got no problem with that. I think black women are beautiful. You know, what they call the Sambo image. If you put that on a black female, there's nothing wrong with it to me. Which is part of the reason why I said black women are not trying to impress us. They're not. They're seeking approval from something else. It's not us. It does not matter what any of us says. Men that are dark, like me, who are pretty much the same color as them, it does not matter, not one drop. I tell her at least once a week, hey, you're looking good today, you know. I mean, I always tell her she's looking good, but I tell her that all the time. But she's not Nigerian. Her parents are Nigerian. She's a Yoruba. And you know she's Yoruba because her name is Adeola. Adeola. That's a Yoruba name. And like I said, she's a first generation Nigerian American, but her parents are from Nigeria. And, you know, like I said, I talk to her every day. I've worked alongside her for about 5 or 6 months. And she's a part-time student. But about 2 days ago, she came to work. And every day, you know, I'll kind of poke her in the side. You know, I'll give her a real-life Facebook poke in the side. Be like, what's up? You looking good today? You doing all right? And she'll be like, yes, et cetera, et cetera. You know, she got a real, very nice demeanor. You can tell that she's not descent from African slaves like us. She ain't got that sapphire attitude. She's real soft-spoken and nice. She has a kind of deep voice. She kind of talks like this, but she's humble. She got a real good attitude. But around about 2 days ago, she came to work, and she had a Brazilian hair weave in. And I'm talking about from the time she stepped in the door at the mall, you know, it take about 7 or 8 minutes for her to wait, well, maybe about 10 minutes for her to walk through, you know, like Sears, and then she has to go down the corridor, and, you know, she got to go through the mall, past the wishing well and all that to make it to her store. And I'm talking about she just bouncing and perking all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And I went up in the store, the little perfume store, you know, where she work at, and I tried to poke her in the side, like I do every damn day for the last 4, 5, 6, 7 months. And I'm talking about this motherfucker gonna pull away from me. Talking about, you know what I'm saying? And then as she pulled away from me, she gonna do her hand like this and just pull her Brazilian weave over her shoulder. I'm like, you know, I almost wanted to knock on her and be like, is Adiola in there anywhere? And she's like, don't be poking on me like that. I'm like, well, yeah, true enough. You know, I ain't got no right to poke you or put my hands on you or nothing like that. But being that I do it every day, why you tripping now? You know, she's like, just go do your job. Do your job. Leave me alone. I'm like, wow. You mean to tell me, I'm talking about it's like this weave has superpower in it. Do you hear me, YouTube? This weave has got magic in it. I'm like, I can't believe this shit. And, you know, I ain't never really harassed her or nothing. You know, I just talked to her. And see, I'm 6'3", 6'4". She's just a little bit shorter than me. She about 6 feet even, 6'1". She a tall girl. And it's this little nigga at work. And he my homeboy. We really don't kick it, but we talk all the time. He work at basically a store that sells stereo equipment. You know, they install stereo equipment. He a biracial dude. His mama white and his daddy black. His mama must be a blonde-headed woman, 'cause his hair is a combination of blonde and black. It's blonde at the roots, but it turns black as it gets longer. He got long, curly hair. You know, his hair come down to about his chest. And this who she be trying to get at. And on a side note, I'm going to say this right here. There's a sister that I seen today on my Facebook page. She put a picture. Now, she's a brown-skinned girl. I ain't going to say her name. I'm sure a lot of y'all probably know who she is. She a brown-skinned girl. She put a picture of her baby daddy up there. This nigga about light-skinned as Holla Berry. But he a kinky head brother. He just a real light-skinned brother. Got a, you know, like a goatee. Oh, pretty boy type dude. Now, you put him next to her, they look like somewhat of an uneven match. And up under a photo of his pictures, she said, ladies, be on the lookout for this sorry son of a bitch. He doesn't take care of his daughter. He doesn't answer my calls or texts. He doesn't care when his daughter leaves messages on his voicemail. He is a worthless, no good piece of human feces. All you conscious niggas always talking about the white man this, the white man that, but when the white man or the pink man comes knocking at his door to pick his bitch ass up for child support, I'll be so fucking happy, and I won't feel glad when he's in jail getting raped in the ass. This chick got weave also. And see, what I'm saying is this. Please go back and look at the video I uploaded a couple days before this one called Why Baby Mamas Attack. And please listen closely to what I said about a man and his dick. He got to get the nut out. He'll fuck anything. There's usually a woman that he loves, and there are women who are just a source for sex. Because if a man does not do anything for his kids, there's either two things that happen. Either that man did not want that child from Jump Street, or either you so completely did something to him to where not only did you burn the bridge, you blew that bridge up to the point that you made him just cut off everything. You get what I'm saying? Now, a lot of women say, well, that's no excuse to not take care of your kid. But I believe that a lot of women just use their kids as leverage in controlling a black man. And that shit got to stop. It ain't working. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And this Nigerian girl at work who just got her Brazilian hair weave, she ain't never went down to that store and talked to this light-skinned ass brother. You know, his name Dion. She ain't never talked to him. But all of a sudden, she now got the confidence. And she now got the nerve. You know, she bounced her way during her lunch break. I'm talking about she went down to the little stereo store and asked him, did he want anything? You know, he kind of looked at her like, do I want what? She was like, I'm finna go on my lunch break. Do you want something to eat from Chick-fil-A? And he kind of looked at one of his coworkers and was like, well, hell, you know, since you treating, you know, you can give me some nuggets, you know, a milkshake, Dr. Pepper, and throw something else on that piece. And she got him everything he asked for. Bought it back to him. And as a man, she sat there talking to him. She ain't said nothing to this brother in 5, 6, 7 months she been working there. She's sitting there snapping gum, throwing that weave over her shoulder. I'm sitting up thinking to myself, he's a man with a dick. The woman he's in love with is actually a black woman, but she's a dime. You know what I'm saying? She a dime. This sister kind of looks like a cross between Rudy Huxtable. I'm talking about grown Rudy Huxtable. Rudy Huxtable and what's that girl used to talk to Lil Wayne? She played on Eve's Bayou. I can't think of her name, but the black girl that this mixed brother is really in love with, she a dime. This Nigerian girl, she's an 8 or a 9 to me. But to a lot of American men who have a bourgeoisie, you know, perception of beauty, this girl is probably a 2 or 3 to this brother. And she's throwing herself at him. And I can foresee that this self-hating Nigerian sister, this girl is going to get fucked by this dude. And I'm not hating on him or nothing. It is what it is. If I wanted her, I could have hollered at her before she got the weed. But I got so much shit going on now where I'm finna start making some transitions in my life. And I don't really even know if I want to date a woman who is living in my current area now. Because I'm finna be moving. I'm finna be moving on up. You know, I'm finna buy land and some of everything after I finish these classes. But she finna throw herself at this dude, man. And I believe that this girl is going to sit up there with this fake Brazilian hair weave and get pregnant and try to throw a baby. And what I am asking you, black woman, why the fuck do you keep doing that? You're not going to get pregnant and throw a baby at this dude. It's not going to happen. When you tell him, if she get pregnant, when she tell him I'm pregnant, that man going to say, I don't want it. And she going to be like, I'm going to have it anyway. And you going to be a man whether you want to or not. Man, you are so backward. And you are destroying the entire black race doing that. Because that's a baby that she probably going to raise by herself. And that baby is just going to be naturally fucked up. The way that 80% of children that are brought up in single mother homes are. another mediocre nigga that ain't gonna make nothing of themselves be hanging out on the corner fucked up because he didn't have no daddy. And she's probably gonna try to put him on blast, but he ain't taking care of his responsibilities. He didn't want the responsibility in the first place. But it's so sad that that shit might as well have a magical superpower in it that is really a curse. Because I know for a fact, this little brother, you know, he a young dude. He about 22. She about 25, 26. Man, this dude wouldn't bit more pay this girl no attention as a man in the goddamn moon. I wouldn't care if she walked up to that nigga and told him, I'll buy you a piece of jewelry. He probably would have told her, look in her natural way, if you want to, you can get me some jewelry, but that's all you'll be doing, to get me some jewelry. Because like I said, he talked to a black woman, but, you know, she's what's considered a dime. She a brown-skinned chick, but she a dime. She a model. Legs, hip, breast, slim little frame, perfect teeth, very bright smile. And this sister here, like I say, to me, she's perfect. She's brown-skinned. She looks just as good as the other girls, but she got some big, gigantic lips. I'm talking about she got some big monster lips. And she got a real big nose. Her nose about the size of mine. And you know my nose is pretty damn big, you know. But it don't matter. It don't matter what we say to them. It does not matter. They are not looking for approval from us. We look just like them. Fuck us. You know what I'm saying? We don't mean shit. These motherfuckers running after white dudes and fucking, and you know, these little light-skinned pretty boy dudes, man. We fucked up as a people. We too damn color struck. I'm not. But 50% of black people is color struck like a motherfucker. Most of us are generally color struck. But them Nigerians, them Jamaicans, and I guess it's because they from a country where it ain't nothing but other black people, so I don't know. Maybe it's because people like me just look too much like what she's used to seeing. You know? So they look at you and themselves as nothing special. You know? It's like they got to get the approval of somebody else. It's kind of like if she can get this light-skinned brother with this long, curly, biracial hair, you know, maybe in her mind that will lift her up to a certain level. But it is what it is. It's sad. And for the record, there's no such thing as a Brazilian race. Brazilians are just goddamn mulattoes. You might as well go up to a mixed race person and ask them to buy their hair. Let me purchase a braid from you. You know. But it is what it is, man. It's your boy Vince Rashad. Holla.